Jurgen, Dejan's been speaking about the things that you've changed in your just over 4 years here at Liverpool. So tell us why saying hello, saying good morning, and clearing dishes away at mealtimes are part of the recipe for success.
Did he say that? Oh, I have no clue anymore what we changed when I came in. To be honest, it's 4 years ago, and I don't think cleaning the table was part of any of my speeches. But making the place you work at the best place possible is an important part of success. So, but I really, but how you always do it, you pick out things out of an interview, and then I have to answer these things. So, yeah, I don't remember it anymore, but probably we changed a couple of things, but and we still change from time to time to keep everybody on their toes, but it's not really obvious things. I didn't have a speech and tell the boys you have to say good morning and goodbye. How you probably all know, I introduced everybody. No, I showed all the stuff of Melwood to the players and asked them if they know the names of them. We have 80 people, around about 80 people working here, and I think meanwhile everybody knows the names. So that needs time, but it's important to know why you're doing it, for who you are doing it. But so long ago, I don't really remember the details.
When you got to your first Champions League final with Liverpool,
this first.
Yeah, you were able to build on that, obviously, going so close in the Premier League and winning the Champions League the following season. How were you able to do that, and why do you think that Spurs have kind of struggled a little bit to kind of regain the kind of momentum that they have? Or I suppose replicate the kind of momentum that you picked up from getting to that first Champions League final?
I can say nothing about the situation at Tottenham. I don't know anything about it. So, but how could I compare that? And how could I answer a question about our situation and compare with the Tottenham situation? I can't. We never thought about it, to be honest. It was like it happened. Does that mean we don't want to have it anymore? No, we wanted to have it much more after the experience we made at Kiev. But it was not that we thought we knew before the season last year that we are one of the few teams, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 teams in the Champions League who can win it, because we showed that the year before, and that's why we thought we should try it. That was everything, but we never really, we didn't suffer during the season because the Champions League final, I don't think it's a Tottenham like this. It's just, we just carried on. That's how it is, and I can't say anything about Tottenham. I said already this morning to another journalist that you have to do constantly to judge things from outside, but I know that's not possible. You still do it, but it's not possible really. So you have to be in the situation to understand the situation, and I'm not in the Tottenham situation. I don't understand it. What I saw was a good Tottenham side on Tuesday night, a very good Tottenham side. So that's what we are thinking about, and not why the start of Tottenham is not as you or Tottenham did expect it.
Check on injuries as well. How's Joel Matip? Trent Alexander-Arnold was ill, obviously, as he recovered. And is Andy Robertson okay? He said he was okay when he walked through the mix after the game on Wednesday night.
Yeah, we just rested him, Robert. So we thought that's enough for today. 60 minutes, could do it and did it. No, he's fine. And Trent is fine. With Joel, we have to see. I didn't see him yet. Or Trent looked fine if there's no setback. It's because you know how it is sometimes. He was ill enough to not travel with us, which is not a good sign. And but yeah, he had yesterday a clearing session kind of, and if it's as it was yesterday, then he should be fine. Which, well, I don't know 100%. Chuck, I saw this morning, spoke to him. Will take time, still a little bit. Big muscles. Unfortunately, needs obviously a bit longer to heal. Yeah, and all the other long term are not available, obviously.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Phil Thompson, by the way, wasn't being insulting.
It's Phil a journalist?
Yes, but
Is he a journalist?
No, this was right, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't mocking the journalist. Very problems, critical crowd.
Oh, I don't want to blame your profession.
Yeah, 2 goals for Oxlade-Chamberlain in midweek in the Champions League. How big a selection headache has he given you ahead of this weekend?
None. Because if good games of players would give me a headache, that would be really, and my life would be really sad. No, it's just nice. It's just nice. Yet now, big impact in the United game, obviously, and big impact now in that game as well. So that's how a player should act. So, and I think it's no secret how much I like Oxley as a person and as a player. But at the end, it's about being ready for the specific moments, and that's why I said the goals were incredible, absolutely incredible. The second one, I didn't see one like this for a long time, if ever, because it really was a very special moment. And the first one is then something what Ox is obviously able to do, the unexpected shot. Unfortunately, he doesn't shoot so often that it will always be unexpected. But no, it's good. Just our no headache, just bigger selection, so more players to choose from. That's what I do. We decided for that game because of fresh legs, and we will try to find the best lineup for the Tottenham game as well. And of course, the last game is always important information, but not the only one. And so let's see.
How impressive and how difficult has his comeback been? Because it was a very serious injury.
Yes, but absolutely, very serious. But he's now a long time back. But the longer you're out, the longer you need to get back, really. And that's the problem with it, because there's so many. In the best moment in your career, you don't think too much. You just do. It's not that it's always what do we have today, blah blah blah, all that stuff. It's really about just feeling the game and doing the right stuff, using your skills, and that's a main thing you lose in rehab. You get fit again, but your flow, your rhythm, finding, but that's not too easy. It can sometimes happen coincidentally in a specific situation by scoring a goal, having a wonderful dribbling, having a sensational cross, whatever, but to be really reliable again, you can really rely on these kind of things again, that needs time, and that's why we never lost patience. Why should we? For a player, it's more difficult not to lose patience with yourself, because you know what you still remember what you could do, but it's not so easy to do it now, and so it needs time. And now he made big steps in the last couple of weeks, really big steps, but and we're quite. My expectations on Ox are pretty high, so I'm not too. I'm impressed about the goals, but there's still more to come. So that's how it is, and he knows that, I know that, so all good.
Michael, you touched on the contribution of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, but Adam Lallana with the vital equaliser at Old Trafford, Naby Keita was able to play a part in midweek. How much more often can we expect to see those in the coming weeks and months as the fixtures become so concertinaed together? And when you're trying to bring them in, because they all have a completely different profile to Jordan Henderson, Gino Wijnaldum, Fabinho and James Milner, when you're trying to get that sort of balance that protects?
Depends on the game we play, it depends to the situation they are in, it depends to the sessions they have, so how do they show up, stuff like that. There are plenty of reasons how I make decisions. And that's it, but it was really nice to see against United how well they did and how big the impact was in a specific game. That was one of the reasons why we thought, yes, Genk, we will have similar situations, so we should try exactly that. And Hendo and Gini are obviously two of the players who play most. So they played both games for Holland, both for England, so it was clear that they need break, that they can. All the players can only play their best football when they are kind of fresh. So, and that was now the perfect moment for Hendo and Gini to rest. And now we will see how we line up against Tottenham. There's not a perfect lineup. There's only the best possible for us. And then we still need to make, in a good situation, you have the opportunity to make decisive changes. So, if possible. And that was for United really important. And I think a lot of subs we brought on had an impact, so that's massive. That's really massive for us, and it's a big key to be kind of successful, because otherwise you don't have a chance. So I was really pleased, and for Adam he was so close to start as well. And he didn't play at all. That's how life is sometimes. But it was just we respect these kind of signs, of course. If you show up like this, and training is important, but if you can show up like this in a game, then makes it more likely, because then you are just in a different part of the brain of the manager. That's how it is. Everything is working well with the first 11. It's not that you then constantly have here, oh, now we can bring him, now we can bring him, and so. But if they show up like this, then it's really that change the world for the players. That's how it is.
Liverpool and Tottenham have gone in different directions since the Champions League final, certainly in terms of the form that we've seen since then. But indications in midweek that Tottenham may be just regaining that rhythm, and when they're at that, they are a really difficult opponent.
Yes, should not be surprised that I see it like that. But it's not too important. Look, the situation of Tottenham I cannot judge, because I have no idea what happens there and stuff like this. Football is like this from time to time. Things don't work out. But now we saw that game. And it was not the only game. In the other games, when the results were not really there, they had good moments as well. And it's not that they forgot how to play football. That Harry Kane don't know it anymore. He showed in that game especially how good he can be. Then Son, then Ali, long or more often injured, coming back, finding rhythm, all that stuff. So the Eriksen story or not, I don't know. It's just that you cannot finally understand it from outside, but they're always able to put a proper performance on the pitch. So that's how it is, and that's what we have to expect. That's how it is, but it's no problem. And on top, we won the Champions League final. We know that. So that was the night. I think we were very respectful in that moment with all the celebrations, but still we were the one who were on the other side of that night, and that's of course another additional motivation to put some things right. That's all clear, but at the end it's a football game between two really good teams, and the situation around will not make a massive difference. We will not be that confident that absolutely nothing can happen to us or whatever, and they will not be, I don't even know how many points they have, but they will not play like a team with the points tally they have. They are a top side in the Premier League, and they will be a top side in the whole season in the Premier League, and we have to respect that and play the best football we can play against them.
It's probably about a year since Fabinho properly established himself in the team, and he's been also regular since then. I'm just wondering how important his job is to the team, particularly when you maybe want to play a little more of an offensive midfield.
The Genk game was a good example for that. Very important, very important. It was clear it will not be perfectly tuned with Oxley and Naby around, so because they didn't play a lot together in this formation, but it's a possible formation for sure. But Fabi had a lot to do to sort some little gaps which we left open in different situations. So yes, the job of a six in modern football is incredibly important, and the more offensive all the players around you are, the more important it gets. But he's not only a gap closer, a challenger or whatever. He's a very good footballer as well. I'm sure, but the next player will sign at any time, and then he's not playing from the first minute, and we have the same conversations like always. And you ask me, and what's about him, and why he's not playing? Does he need time, and all that stuff? It's nice. Then I remind you then, Fabinho needed time. That a player doesn't see it like this, I can 100% understand. And that outside everybody's excited and doesn't want it, I can understand. But it's still like this. You cannot change it. So we had, in the beginning I thought we have to change the system in a double six midfield, that he's more what he was used to at Monaco. Now he plays, or in that game he played pretty much as the only midfielder in some moments, and so that works as well. So that's just needed time, and hopefully he's his birthday now. What was it? 26. Yeah. Well, there's 10 more proper years at least. So there's a lot to come, and he can improve as well. And that's all good. It's a very interesting period for him, for us, and so far he did really well.
I think he started all but 2 of the games this season, and is there a point where you have to protect him a little bit?
Oh yeah, we can. Oh, we can. But he doesn't. He never. He flies only in the international breaks. He doesn't play. So that's That's pretty much how it is. So he's somewhere, but he's not playing. That means, huh?
Does that surprise you that he's not playing?
Look, I don't want to create headlines. Really, it's difficult in my life to not to avoid creating headlines. But I don't want to create a headline in Brazil. So no comment. But that's why so 2 others are playing both games. For example, Gini and Hendo played both games for England and Holland. He didn't play, so that makes a difference, obviously. But yes, there will be a moment when we have to think about that as well for 100%. But we have replacement. Gini can play the position really, really good. And Hendo played it for a long time and can play it really, really good. So that's all okay.